Lawyers, what's the most shocking thing you've seen in an estate hearing? My dad's best friend, Mark, was the executor of his will. At the funeral, he put his arm around me and said, "Don't you worry about a thing, I'll handle it all." I believed him. My dad collected rare vinyl records, a passion we shared. His collection was his legacy, worth a small fortune. The will was simple. The house and the collection were mine. A month later, Mark sent me the estate appraisal. The collection was valued at $10,000. I nearly choked. I knew for a fact my dad's copy of the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, with the withdrawn tracks, was worth that alone. Mark was sympathetic on the phone. "The market's soft, kiddo. It's a shame, but that's what the experts say." He was devaluing it to buy it himself on the cheap through a shell company. I was sure of it, but I had no proof. Panic set in. I couldn't afford a lawyer to fight him. Defeated, I started cleaning out my dad's old office. In the back of a closet, I found them, a dozen leather-bound logbooks. My dad had meticulously cataloged every record he ever bought, date of purchase, price paid, condition, and a unique serial number he etched into the inner groove. It was his secret fingerprint. I spent the next 2 weeks on auction sites, cross-referencing my dad's logs. I found it. A seller named Vintage Spins for You was auctioning off a dozen of my dad's rarest records. The descriptions were vague, but when I zoomed in on the high-res photos, I could just make out the faint etching of my dad's serial numbers. The seller's location? Mark's hometown. I had him. The final estate hearing was a formality. The judge was ready to approve the appraisal. Mark sat beside his lawyer, looking smug. "Your Honor," I said, my voice shaking slightly. "I object to the appraisal of the record collection." Mark's lawyer scoffed. "On what grounds?" "On the grounds that the executor is actively selling the assets for personal profit." I presented the logbooks, the printouts from the auction site, and a sworn statement from a certified appraiser who valued the collection at over $200,000 based on the logs. I pointed to a photo of a rare Beatles album on the screen. "And if you look closely, Your Honor, you can see my father's catalog number etched right here." The judge leaned forward, his expression grim. He looked from the screen to Mark. Mark was ashen-faced. He started stammering about a misunderstanding, that he was just testing the market. The judge slammed his gavel down. "Executor removed, full audit of the estate ordered. And Mr. Mark, I'd advise you not to leave town." The auction house froze the sales and returned the records. Mark was forced to pay back every cent he'd skimmed. He sends me a check every month for the legal fees, with restitution written in the memo line.